Been a hard-lined and rigorous winter, and if you drove through the winter months, you know the snow and ice required a lot of labor for the roads through Terre Haute.
It certainly did. It took a lot of salt and operation of snow plows for continuous hours to keep things safe. Storm Team 10's Joseph Dames discusses part of the budget it took for that collective work and if we could see some federal money to help pay for it.
When we start seeing these long-term events where we're in operations 3 and 4 days or a week long, we know that costs and budgets are just going to pretty much blow up.
The preparation, the cleanup, and making sure roads are secure takes a lot of money and a lot of work. The string of winter storms have pushed many cities over budget and a need for federal assistance from FEMA. That is where we sat after our January 5th snowstorm that left the city working hour to hour to battle 12 inches of snowfall. Director of Emergency Management Agency in Terre Haute says our collective threshold for an event is $345,000. We had a collective total at $680,000 after that big event, which passed the requirement for FEMA. But what happens next?
Once we declare an emergency, then we declare that to the state. Once that process is going, then the state declares, they will pretty much declare it to FEMA and basically to the president.
That's a lot of hoops to jump through to see any money returned, and it gets worse.
It doesn't mean because we declared that there's anything that's going to come back.
So that money might not even make it back to our budget, which leads to a new problem. What happens next? Hoynicke says that money will just have to come from another planned spending project. Well, there's more to it. What should they do for the next preliminary budget?
You just can't have a knee-jerk effect. If this happens once every 30 years, I'm not going to increase my budget for a storm that comes every 30 years. I have to be aware that it's going to be there. All the response agencies, highway does that, but we also have to be very reasonable.
In Terre Haute from Storm Team 10 with photojournalist Cody Murphy, I'm Joseph Dames.
EMA officials say it might take 6 to 18 months' time before we find out if we will get any sort of federal assistance. If we do get something back, it will only be up to 75%.